Hi friends! I'm doing it again. I'm painting planters. I've been collecting a bunch of different planters for a while, and I think I'm going to do these four. I'm going to start with this little elephant. I got her in a little kit off of Amazon. Her feet are looking a little rough, and her butt has some weird staining on it. That's embarrassing. Might have to get her some of that fancy toilet paper or something. Since she's made out of ceramic, I was able to sand around the edges of her feet really easily to clean them up. Her dirty caboose, I'm just gonna have to cover up with many, many layers of this very see-through pink paint. For this lady, I struggled for a long time to think of an idea. I wanted a theme so that all of the planters would sort of go together, but what fits an elephant, a triceratops, and a human face? At first, I wanted to do like a patchwork elephant, but I think it would be pretty boring if I did that on all of them. I thought about a circus theme, but I really didn't want to have to paint a clown. Finally, I came up with it. Candyland! Candyland is like the cutest aesthetic. The colors are so bright and fun, and who doesn't love candy? Now, Candyland seems to keep their elephants hidden, so I didn't have a reference, but it's not hard to figure out bright colors and rainbows. What the heck is going on here? Poor gal just sitting here with her butt in the air. After painting her tail, I gave her some rosy cheeks. Not those cheeks. These cheeks. That are strangely paler than the rest of her face. And some pretty flirty eyes that were super stressful to paint inside the lines. Next is this Triceratops. I got this off eBay, and strangely, it was meant to look like this. What even is this paint job? Even I can do better, and that's not saying much. I went in with a coat of gesso, partly to help paint bond to the shiny surface, and partly to save myself from having to do 18 coats of paint. Now, Candyland doesn't have elephants, but they apparently do have dinosaurs. They have this guy. His name is Jolly, or some places it says Jolly Dino, but that's Slimer from Ghostbusters, and you can't tell me otherwise. Candyland also has characters named Snow Beaver, Gloppy, and Grandma Nut. Like, what is happening in Candyland? This is a kid's game. Anyway, back to this guy. I used Jolly as inspiration and painted him this nice turquoise color. That's me showing you the color I picked. Putting my vast teaching skills to work. I did a couple of coats on this before giving him a little green belly.
What? No demonstration again?
No one will ever be able to see this color, but I'm nothing if not thorough. Then I went over some of the areas that I got a little too wild with the paintbrush. Covering up this turquoise paint with a coat of white just makes it easier to evenly cover with paint pens, which I'm going to use to paint his horns. Well, technically, Candyland Wiki says they're gumdrops. Finally, he got some eyes and a mouth that says he's really unimpressed with the job I did. For our final sentient being of the planters, we have this weird face head thing. This person appears to be sleeping, but for what I have planned for it, this face isn't going to work. So we're just going to completely ignore it. First, I sketched out a new face.
Calling that a sketch is a little generous of you.
Yeah. After some adjustments, I pulled as much pencil off as I could with a kneaded eraser. I still need the lines as a guide, because this one is a bit of a mess, but I also didn't want to have to do a lot of coats to cover it up. For this one, I had to mix up some really light pink paint. This face head thing is going to be Mr. Mint. I found a few different versions of Mr. Mint, but I'm going with this one. For this light pink skin, I'm using that Cali Art paint that I've used a few times before. I bought it because it's specifically advertised as pastel, and I really like the colors, but the paint is so dang gloppy. I'm still going to experiment and find a way to use it because I have 24 freaking bottles, but if you see this for sale, give it a pass. I painted his hair and his weird face. I used a light pink paint marker for his ears, and finally realized I missed his eyebrows. Now for the body. Or the torso, I guess. These pink cotton candy puffs are his shoulder pads. And these stripy things are his arms. The rest of his body is just plain red. I had to go with 2 different reds to sort of differentiate. I just realized I didn't give him any highlights in his eyes. He looks like a soulless demon. For the last planter, I'm doing this ceramic, marbly, ovally planter. Yes, this was actually used. I think it came with a plant that was gifted to my mom. Maybe. That might be wrong. Oh, it was made in China. Oh crap, what's that? Mom, is there something you need to tell me? Let's just clean that up. You saw nothing. Let's just clean the rest of this out so we don't have any mishaps again. The bottom of this planter has these little foam feet, and I don't want to remove them, and I'm too lazy to tape them, so I'm just gonna do nothing.
Wow, great story.
But really, I'm not painting the bottom of this planter, so they shouldn't really be in the way. I am gonna do a coat of gesso to help the paint stick to this, and to make it easier to sketch out my idea. And this definitely needs a sketch. I'm gonna do a Candyland board on this planter, so I need the path and some candy-ish things in the background. Again, trying to get most of the pencil off. Looking at reference pictures of the Candyland board, there aren't any outlines, so to sort of organize this chaos, I'm gonna go a little lighter on the background areas and use brighter parts on the colors that I want to stand out more. For the game path, I am not doing a rainbow. I'm following the actual colors on the game path. Then I'm going to use pastel-y paint markers to add all the little landscape features. A rainbow, some rocks, a frosted mushroom, cupcake house, a giant lollipop, 2 little baby lollipops, and a cake pop tree. The only outline that is on the Candyland board is a white outline around the path. So as much as this is stressing me out, that's the only outline I did. After everything was all done, I carefully varnished them all, and here they are. I love them. They are so cute. Up close, the elephant paint went a little weird, but from far away you can't tell. And I really love this combination of hot pink with the rainbow. The Triceratops might actually be my favorite. Probably because I really like dinosaurs anyway, and his inspiration is this weird gloopy looking guy. I don't know if this face thing is actually reading Mr. Mint, but it does fit in with the rest of them, so I'm okay with it. I feel like the Candyland board planter could have maybe been a little bit better, but I don't hate it. I think it's the lack of outlines that makes me not like it as much. Overall, I really just hit puberty. Overall, I really like the set of these together, and I'm pretty proud of them. What do you think? Should I paint more planters? I mean, I'm going to anyway, but would you want to see it? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.